morning everyone and namaste. I am Virang Shah, founder and SAP Delivery Manager at Kalpavriksha Technologies. Today I would like to give a snapshot on who we are, what we do, and why we are the right partner for your SAP transformation journey. Our identity was founded with a purpose, not ambition. Founded by formal SAP professionals who have deep expertise from implementation and delivery from inside. That means every engagement which we take has deep expertise, co-clean. It's not a consultant guesswork. Our services are focused capabilities, not a journalist shop. We are SAP first, BTP native. We have 30 plus consultants working around India. We have full stack developers which works on CAPM, Fury, RAP, UI5, ABAP, and analytical cloud and AIs, even including generative AI. We have functional consultant, we work on Ariba and SuccessFactors. We also help the organization who are on SAP but still they want to implement some non-SAP technologies. Over there we don't do body shop, but we understand the requirement, we architect, we learn, and then we deliver it with a proper solution. Within a short period of time, we have reached 6 different countries. That is America, Europe, Australia, Japan, and Asia. We also delivered the solution to our customers with a great satisfaction, and the feedback which we have received was we have good project management skills, governance, risk management. We also deliver solution from mid-level to the larger enterprises. And our promise to you is we'll understand the solution and implement it. It's not just a bluff work. But at the end of the day, we want to see a sweet smile on your face. Moving to the next slide. So before we dive in, I want to set a stage for next 50 to 55 minutes. You are not just going to see a slideshow, but it's a video demonstration of our HRMS solution. Before we go there, I want to tell you how this concept came in my mind. So I was going to a customer location. I met a person and he was talking to his HR with a frustrated voice, asking the documentation of a specific employee. And later, we had a discussion and he also gave me a lot of problem statement, and one of the important problem statement for him was salary calculation, because they have 70 plus different rules to do the salary calculation for each employee. One of the example is they have a biometric system, and if a person is late by 15 to 20 minutes based on the division or the department, they have to cut half the salary. And the accountant used to take 5 to 10 days to just calculate all the employees' salary. Then we delivered the solution. He was my first customer, and today they are very happy and satisfied because the calculation is happening only in 10 minutes for each batches. The overall motive of saying this was 40% of HR time is being lost in manual and admin efforts. For example, identifying the documents which is in the files, but here it will be on the system. 5 to 8 days for the onboarding. Manual accountant are taking 5 to 8 days for salary calculation. So what we will see today is we have 12 plus modules which we have developed. These are going to be also having AI feature in coming months. These 12 modules are trainee, employee, contract, offer and onboarding, employee self-service, asset management, leave and workforce management, expense allowance, generate pay slips, travel and timesheet, performance review and hike, employee offboarding, contractor self-service, notification grading and events, and policy management. And one of the important thing is this complete applications have been developed on OpenUI 5. It supports SAP and non-SAP systems. Moving to the next slide. They are a strategic risk. That means organization running HR manually are paying a compounding cost. in administrative overhead, compliance exposure, or leadership management. Let's understand one by one. The operational drag, for example, there are some organizations which here are using tools, but they are fragmented. That means they have a different biometrics tool, a different payroll tool, but there is no integration between these two. So what HR has to do is they have to manually get the data from the biometrics and pass it to the payroll system to do it. And HR is wasting 40% of their capacity and time to do this, where this time can be utilized for more productive work and to make good strategy for hiring from the HR side. Second is governance and compliance exposure. There are a lot of manual approvals which are happening for allowances, for expenses or leaves or something. And when these audits are happening for the company, even a single missed file can give you a lot of fine, which is more than a HRMS automation, and which is not good for an organization as well. A leadership visibility gap. Since the data is either in the spreadsheet or different tools, the leaderships are not able to view it in a single view, due to which they don't have the data, so they have to take a decision on just randomly. Sometimes it might affect the organization because of this. So moving to the next slide. So the solution is the Kalpavriksha HRMS. We offer from onboarding to offboarding. Automate HR flows that eliminates the repeated task. Centralized employee data, that is single source of truth. Reduce manual efforts. Improve employee experience. It is responsive, works on all the devices. Gain real-time visibility. And scale operational security. Moving to the next slide. What we deliver is, it's not just a software. It's a secure and scalable infrastructure. With HRMS application, VPS hosting, database, domain and SSL, web hosting, deployment and configuration, security setup, backup and maintenance, training and support. These applications works only with secure communication, that is HTTPS and SSL. They are good at the performance and are scalable, reliable and cost effective, because it has both the ways. One is non-SAP and SAP. So it is, if you're going with the non-SAP one, it's very cost effective. Moving to the next slide. Core features of Kalpavriksha HRMS. So we'll see all the different models here. Let's start one by one. Trainee offer and onboarding. So we have two types of trainees. One is we select a trainee and we provide the stipend. Or some trainees who want to come to our organization and they are paying money for it. So we support both kind of offer letters. So we have a solution where we can generate the offer either stipend based or paid based. Once they are onboarded, we assign a manager and assign a trainee role for him. So only those applications are visible to him. Once the training is completed, a completion certificate is automatically generated and sent via mail. And if you are really happy with the trainee, you can convert them to the full-time employees. Let's see a demo on this.
Go to the trainee offer application. Click on Generate Trainee. Enter trainee details, joining date, manager details, amount, and training type. For paid training, the trainee pays the fee. For stipend training, the company provides the stipend. Click on Submit and generate PDF. The trainee offer letter is generated automatically. Next, open the edit page. Since the trainee was assigned to the stipend, update the training type from paid to stipend. Click on Save. Now click on Send Mail. The system automatically sends the trainee offer letter with email attachment to the trainee successfully. After the trainee accepts the offer, click on Onboard. The trainee status changes to Onboard successfully. An onboarding email is sent to the trainee along with the user ID, username, and other details. After training completion, click on Certificate. Enter the trainee project name and click on Preview. If any changes are required, you can edit the content. Next, click on Download Certificate. The training completion certificate is generated and the trainee status changes to training complete. Click on Email Certificate, attach the certificate, and click Send Mail. The certificate will be emailed automatically to the trainee and the attachment can be viewed in the mail. If the trainee is selected for a permanent employee role, click on Generate Offer to create the employee offer.
So same as training, once the trainee is happy, you are converting him to a permanent employee. So you have to generate an offer letter. Or any expense of fresher who want to join your organization, HR needs to send an offer letter. So our application supports generating offer letters. We have a configuration table where we maintain the tax slabs and do a tax calculation according to it. We have variable pay, we have bonus, joining bonus, and security bond. Once the offer has been sent to the employee or candidate, he accepts it and joins the organization. Then we are onboarding him and assigning a manager along with the role, employee or manager. So whenever you onboard, a specific login credentials are being sent to him. In the meantime, what HR can do is he can just download the appointment letter and send it to the candidate to sign it. Or else they can upload in the DocuSign that is integrated if you have the license for that. HR can also instantly download the ID card once self-service is completely done and send it via mail to the employees. Let's see a demo on this.
Go to the Employee Offer application. Click on the Generate Offer. Select the branch. Enter employee details such as personal information, joining date, designation, CTC, variable pay, joining bonus, salary type whether TDS or PF, and service bond details. After entering all the required information, click on Submit and generate PDF. The employee offer letter is generated including complete employment details such as effective date of joining, annual salary offered, probation, salary structure, working hours, paid holidays, leave policy, termination terms, pre-employment verification, confidential information, travel policy, conflict of interest, final settlement, employment bond, acceptance of joining, salary breakup, and employee IP, confidentiality and non-compete agreement. Next, open the edit page. Here, HR can modify employee details based on negotiations, such as updating the salary type from TDS to PF or changing the variable pay details. After making the required changes, click on Save and resend the updated offer to the employee. Now click on Send Mail. The system automatically sends the employee offer letter to the employee through email with the PDF attachment included successfully. After the employee accepts the offer, click on Onboard. Select the role and reporting manager, then click Confirm. The employee status changes to Onboard and an onboarding email is sent with login credentials in it. Finally, HR or the HR manager can navigate to the employee details section and generate the company ID card and visiting card for the onboard employee automatically. The system generates the ID card with employee and company details along with a professional visiting card instantly.
Now you have seen how a trainee and employee offers are generated. Similar to this, we also have third type of workforce, that is contractors. So contractors can join our organization on per day, per hour or monthly basis. Either they can opt for on-site, hybrid or remote. And we have a payment term either of 30, 60 or 90 days. And we define the duration, contract duration basically. So HR will generate that using the application, and then the process remains the same. Once the contractor is onboarded, we assign a manager. Once the contract is over, either you can extend or renew the contract so that contractor can continue, or it will be expired. Let's see a demo on this.
Go to the contract offer application. Click on the Generate Contract button. Enter the contract details such as personal information, agreement date, consulting service type, rate type such as hourly, daily, or monthly, amount, and client hiring name, location mode, start and end date, insurance, duration, and payment terms. After entering all required details, click on Submit and generate PDF. The contract offer letter is automatically generated in PDF format and includes all contract and payment details, such as the sole trader agreement for the engagement and provision of services, obligations of the consultant, invoicing, payment terms, term and termination, agreement extension, liability and indemnity, intellectual property and confidentiality. Next, open the edit page. Now click on Send Mail. The system automatically sends the contract offer letter to the contractor through email with the PDF attachment included successfully. After the contractor accepts the offer, HR can change the status from new to active. Once activated successfully, the contractor becomes active in the system and login credentials are sent automatically via email notification. For inactive contractors, HR can renew the agreement. Select the contractor whose agreement needs renewal, then enter the new start date, end date, rate, amount, duration, and additional comments if required. Once submitted, the agreement is renewed successfully.
Now you have seen how trainees, employees, and contractors are onboarded to the system. So when these are done, as I told you before in the demo, login credentials are being generated for them, through which they can log into our self-service application. They can fill the bank data, experience details, basic details, upload the documents which are mandatory, education details. They can set the profile photos, download the digital visiting cards, and HR can again mail them on the request. They can also see the assets, salary details, and download the payslips, either financial year or a normal year. Let's see a demo on this.
On the first day, once the employee receives the onboarding email, they must log into the portal and open the self-service application to enter all the required details. After submission, the employee will no longer be able to edit the information and only HR admin can make further changes. First, click on Set Profile Photo. A pop-up will open where you can upload a picture or take a photo using your camera. Next, go to the Basic Details section and click on Edit. Select Fresher or Experienced, fill in your basic and emergency contact details, then click on Save. Now, go to the Document section. Click on Edit, enter all the required document details, and save the information. Then proceed to fill in your educational details. Enter your 10th marks card, PUC or 12th marks card, and UG marks card information, including the school or college name, course details, start and end dates, and your percentage or CGPA accurately. After entering all the required information, click on Save to continue further. Next, move to the Attachment section. If you click on Submit before uploading the attachments, an error message will be displayed asking you to upload the required documents. Here, upload all the necessary documents such as your Aadhaar card, PAN card, 10th marks card, and PUC or 12th marks card. Make sure the documents are readable, properly scanned, and uploaded in the correct format as specified. In the Salary Details section, you can clearly view a complete breakdown of your salary structure, including all components such as components, deductions, and summary. Under the Payslip section, you can access all your previously generated payslips in one place. You also have the option to view each payslip individually and download them anytime. Next, navigate to the Assets section, where you can view all the company assets that have been assigned to you. Finally, click on the Submit button. A confirmation pop-up will appear asking, "Are you sure you want to submit?" Click OK to confirm and submit your details.
So our next model is asset management. And in most of the IT companies or the software companies, whenever a person is onboarded, you have to provide certain assets to them to make their work. So the process remains simple. So what happens is basically when a new employee is joined, either IT team will order a new asset or they already have an asset. Once they receive the asset, they will create an entry in the company asset application. They will assign the asset to the employees, and a notification has been sent to the employees saying these assets have been assigned to you, and they can view that in the My Asset in ESS Pro. We also capture the warranty details. We also have branch to branch transfer of the assets, and the IT team can view the complete life cycle history of an asset. Let's see a demo on this.
The IT manager admin receives the asset. They will register it in Company Asset Application. They go to the Company Asset Application and click on Create to add a new asset. In the asset creation form, the IT manager enters details such as asset type, model number, description, serial number, equipment number, asset date, and asset value. After submitting the form, the asset is successfully created. The IT manager can later edit the asset details if required. For example, they can update the asset value and equipment number and save the changes. After creation, the IT manager can navigate to the asset detail page to view complete information about each asset. The system also allows the IT manager to transfer assets to another branch whenever required. During the transfer process, the manager can clearly specify important pickup details such as who will be responsible for collecting the asset and the scheduled pickup date. This ensures proper tracking, accountability, and smooth coordination between branches during asset movement. Next, go to Asset Assignment page. The IT manager clicks on Assign, selects the employee ID, asset type, and asset description, and assigns the asset to the employee. The assigned details can be viewed on the Assignment Detail page, where all information about the assignment is displayed. Once assigned, the asset will appear in the self-service app under My Assets, where employees can view all their allocated assets. When an employee returns an asset, the IT manager carefully verifies its condition. If the asset is found to be serviceable, no charges are applied and the return process is completed. However, if the asset is defective or damaged, the IT manager evaluates the condition and determines the appropriate charges based on the extent of damage. Once the decision is made, a notification email is sent to both employee and the accountant to maintain records.
Hope you guys are not getting bored. Moving to the next model now, it's leave and workforce management. So most of the organization has this called overtime. When in any of the employer contractor is working overtime, either you can give a come off. So we have configured this. So we have an overtime application where when the employees or manager who are working overtime can apply. It goes for a manager approval and the come off is been added to the system. Similarly, each and every organization has their different leave quotas. If you consider my organization, we have all-in-one. We have 14 leaves in a year. But some organizations have casual leaves and 6 leaves. So this, we have made a configuration table where you can define the leave types along with the quotas. Also, we have done a very good implementation saying that if you have a quota, then every month only a piece of quota will be available. For example, if this is 14 days, 1.33 is added in January, 1.33 is added in Tuesday. So in this way, you can manage the leave application for the employees, which is good for organization perspective. We also have resource planning, where a project manager can view about their teams who are all going on the leaves, and they have a single chart to identify, okay, if this guy is on the leave, who is a backup for this. So in this way, the project is always remaining stable. We also have dashboard view for manager and employee. We'll understand more in the demo.
Employee logs in and opens the leave application. Click on Apply Leave. Select the leave type as casual leave, choose the from date and to date, and the leave days will be calculated. Enter comments, then submit the request. Once submitted, an email notification is automatically sent to both the employee and the reporting manager. Next, the employee applies for sick leave. Select the leave type as sick leave, choose the from date and to date, and the leave days will be calculated. Enter comments, then submit the request. Next, the employee opens the overtime application. If the employee works on weekends or public holidays, they can apply for overtime. After submission, an email notification is sent to both the employee and the manager. Now, the manager logs in and opens the My Inbox application. From My Inbox, the manager can review all pending requests. Manager can reject a leave request, and a rejection email is sent to the employee. Next, the manager can approve the leave request, and an approval email is sent. After that, the manager opens the leave details page. Here, a dashboard view displays the total submitted, approved, and pending leaves along with available leave quotas. Below the database table displays all leave types and quota details configured for employees and trainees branch-wise. Next, the manager approves the overtime leave request. If the overtime request is approved, the employee receives comp of quota based on the approved overtime days. Now, if the employee wants to apply future leave such as Ganesh Chaturthi leave, they can open the resource planning application and apply using the available comp of balance. Comp of leave can also be applied directly through the leave application. After submission, email notifications are again sent automatically to both the employee and the manager. Next, the manager reviews the resource planning request and can either approve or reject it. The employee opens the leave application and can view the resource planning data, approval comments, and dashboard details. By clicking on Open Dashboard, the employee can view the dashboard in a graphical format. The dashboard contains 4 different graph charts. In the first chart, the current available leave details are displayed. Initially, the dashboard shows the details for casual leave, including the number of submitted leaves, approved leaves, and the remaining leave quota for the current year. The second chart displays the yearly leave summary, including the total submitted leaves, approved leaves, and the overall leave quota for the current year. The third chart shows the monthly approved leaves, where the employee can view month-wise approved leave counts throughout the year. The fourth chart displays the yearly approved leave details.
Expense management is one of the important model for an organization, because either we work on the service-based model or we have a project. But sometimes we have to go on site or visit customer location to give the demonstration about a project, or the product, or the employees are traveling on sites. So we have 4 different subtypes for this. Sorry for that. Customer facing, internal project, education and training, and other expenses. We also implemented the per diem concept. That means if an employee is traveling to the customer location for a specific period of time, we provide a per diem, and this has been in the configuration table country-wise. Now, as per the government rules of India, if the per diem is provided, they have to fill a declaration form saying that this was a per diem amount for that expense, travel time, and this was the savings. If the savings is there, that savings will be taxable. And that declaration we are taking from the employee. Once they submit the expenses, it goes to the manager either to approve, reject, or send back for the correction. If it is approved, it goes to the accountant. Accountant check the receipts, policies, and everything as per the policies. They will send back if for the corrections, or else the payment will be released for him. Let's have a demo on this.
Employee logs into the portal and opens the Create Expense application. Click on Create Expense. Enter the expense name, start date, and end date. Select whether travel allowance is applicable by choosing yes or no. Then enter the source and destination details including country, state, and city. Next, select the expense type and enter the remarks. Click on Create Expense and a new expense request will be created successfully. Now, go to the expense navigation page. Here, the employee can add expense items such as hotel bills, taxi bills, food expenses, or other travel-related expenses. For each expense item, select the mode of payment as either company paid or employee paid. If company paid is selected, no reimbursement is required. If employee paid is selected, the employee can claim reimbursement from the company. The employee must also upload the corresponding supporting attachment or bill received for every expense item added. Before submitting the expense request, the employee must complete the per diem declaration. Click on Download per diem, fill in all the required details in the downloaded document, and upload it back into the application. After verifying all details, click on Submit. The expense request is then sent to the manager for approval. Now, the manager logs in and opens the My Inbox application. The manager reviews the submitted expense details and can approve, reject, or send back the request for correction. Once approved, an email notification is sent to the employee and the request is forwarded to the accountant for final processing. Next, the accountant logs in and reviews the approved expense request. The accountant can either send back the request for corrections or mark it as paid after verification. If corrections are required, an email notification is automatically sent to the employee. The employee can update the required details and submit the expense request again for verification. Before submitting the corrected expense request, the employee must add comments describing all the changes made in the application. Once resubmitted, the expense request email will be sent again to the accountant. Once all details are verified successfully, the accountant can open the detail page and click on Download Excel to view and download all expense items in Excel format. The accountant can also click on Download Zip file to view and download all uploaded attachments in a zip folder. After verification, the accountant processes the payment and marks the expense as paid. Finally, a payment confirmation email notification is automatically sent to the employee regarding the successful expense payment.
Next is allowance management. Assume your employees are working for different time zones, and based on the time zones, you want to provide certain allowances. So for an US time shift, we have to create an allowance with $500, for example. And then we have to assign to specific employees who are working on that shift. So they can go to the apply allowance application, apply for the specific days they are working on that time shift, and submit it to the manager for the approval. Manager checks that and approves it. Once it is approved, then notification has been sent to the accountant saying that these are the allowances that needs to be provided, and automatically it's been added to the payslip. Moving to the next slide, that is how to create a payslip. So before that, we also have a section called deduction. For example, an employee has taken an advance, and you want to split this advance into 6 months and deduct from the payslip. So you can create a deduction, or employee has taken an insurance. So the top up of the insurance, you want to cut it from the payslip. So you can create an insurance yearly once, and then whenever next payslip is generated, those amounts have been deducted from the payslip. So we have a feature to generate a payslip either in bulk or a single employee by employee. Employee and HR team can view the payslip. If they have any questions or doubt, they can help to resolve those queries. Let's see the demo on this.
Go to the Manage Allowance application. First, the admin, HR, or HR manager creates an allowance by entering the allowance name, description, daily amount, selecting the currency, and assigning employees working on the project. This allowance can also be updated whenever required. Next, the employee logs in and goes to the Apply Allowance application. The employee selects the allowance type, month, and year, and the dates are shown in a multi-combo box. Using the Select Dates Without Weekends option, all working days are selected excluding weekends. After entering remarks, the employee clicks Apply. On the detail page, the employee reviews the information and, if required, can edit the details or add dates. The employee can also view both employee and manager comments in the comments section before clicking Submit. Once submitted, a confirmation email is sent and the request is forwarded for approval. The manager then logs into My Inbox, where they can open the request, review all the submitted details carefully, and then take an appropriate action by either approving it, rejecting it, or sending it back for corrections if any changes are required. Once the manager approves the request, an approval confirmation email is sent to the employee and accountant. Once the request is approved, rejected, or sent back, the employee can log in and view the updated status. If any amount needs to be deducted from an employee's salary for a specific period, the user must create the details in payslip deduction. The user selects the employee ID, enters a description, chooses the deduction type, selects the start and end dates, enters the deduction amount, and then clicks Submit. Finally, the accountant logs in and creates the payslip, where all approved allowances and deductions can be viewed. In the month of March, variable pay is also included. The accountant can also click on View Salary to view salary details, including variable pay, and re-verify or correct the details if anything is incorrect. After reviewing all the details, the final payslip is generated by clicking on Submit.
Next is timesheet management, and this is one of the important model for all the organization. How this works is, first we have to create an assignment whenever a new project or internal project is coming up. Then we assign this task to the specific employees or contractors. They log into the application to create the timesheet entries. They select an assignment and the hours. The hours cannot exceed the time they have maintained in the assignment details for that specific employee. If not, they have to ask for an approval. And then at the end of the day, they'll submit all this timesheet, and manager is the person who is going to approve it. And this is, we are going to integrate this directly. It will be sent to an accountant, to a payroll, and they'll be doing the respective payments. Let's see a demo on this.
The admin or manager logs into the system and opens the Manage Assignment application, where they create a new assignment by entering details like type, description, start date, and end date. Once the assignment is created, the manager moves to the assignment detail page. In this section, the employee is assigned to the project along with the number of hours they are expected to work on that assignment. Now, the employee logs into the system and opens the My Timesheet application. They click on Fill Timesheet, which redirects them to the timesheet detail page. Here, the employee selects the relevant week and chooses the assigned project or task. They then enter the number of hours worked each day against the assigned tasks and also add a comment for each day to provide details of the work completed. If the employee selects a future date, an error message will be displayed stating, "You cannot fill timesheet for a future date." After completing all the entries, they click on Submit to save the timesheet. If the employee comes back later, all previously entered timesheet data will still be available for reference. They also have the flexibility to edit the existing entries whenever required. By selecting the Select All option, additional action buttons become visible, allowing the user to either submit the selected entries or delete them as needed. This ensures better control and easy management of timesheet data. Next, the manager logs in and navigates to the submitted timesheet records. The manager can review all submitted data in detail. After verification, the manager has the option to either approve or reject the timesheet. This completes the assignment and timesheet workflow process from creation to approval.
One of the important things for the employees, performance review and hike. And they are waiting for this period, as everyone knows, and we are also waiting for that. So what we have done in our software, we have created a plan which helps an organization to set certain goals to an employee. So every quarter an employee can set a goal for the respective topics which are created by the managers or the admin team. Employees fill this detail and submit the goals. Manager will view that goal quarterly based. If manager thinks this is not a proper use case that he needs to be done, so he'll request to change the specific use case or the goal for him. He'll revise it and then sends back to the approval. Manager approves it, and then every quarter employee has to submit the solution what they have done for that specific task. Based on that, manager will review it and give the score. Once the score is given, how hike decision works is basically an employee hike is been decided on few factors. One is on the bench report, the building report, you can see. Second is his performance based on the goals which you have assigned. And third is on the management decision and benefits. So once the score is given, HR teams will sit with the management and the managers to analyze this and come up with a hike percentage. And then the hike is being either given by manager or the HR team. Let's have a demo on this.
The admin or HR logs into the system and opens the goal question application. Here, goal questions are created department-wise based on different topics and business requirements. Next, the employee logs in and navigates to the Manage Goals application. The employee selects the topic, and the related questions are automatically pre-filled. These goals need to be created and maintained for every year based on the current year's goal cycle. Then, the employee enters the goal description for each quarter. After completing the details, the employee can click on View Details to review all entered information. Once all quarterly goals are completed, the employee clicks on Final Submit and the goals are sent to the manager for approval. At the same time, a submission email notification is automatically sent to both the employee and the manager. Now, the manager logs in and opens the goal review application. The manager selects the employee and the submitted goal details are displayed. By clicking on View Details, the manager can review all goals thoroughly. The manager can either approve the goals by clicking on Goal Approved or reject them by clicking on Goal Reject. If approved, an approval email is sent to the employee. If rejected, a rejection email is sent to both the employee and the manager. After receiving the rejection comments, the employee logs in again, updates the goals based on the manager's feedback, and resubmits them for approval. Once the goals are approved, the employee can submit the solution details along with completion information and upload supporting documents in PDF format. After submission, a resubmission email notification is sent to both the employee and the manager. Next, the manager logs in again and opens the goal review application. The manager selects the employee and reviews the submitted solution details. By clicking on the attachment link, the uploaded PDF document can also be viewed. Finally, the manager reviews the solution, provides the score and comments, verifies all details, and approves the solution submission. Once approved, a final approval email containing the solution status is sent to the employee. Next, the manager logs in and navigates to the employee details section. The manager selects the employee and opens the detail page. Before initiating the appraisal process, there will be an internal discussion between the manager and the management team. During this discussion, the employee's performance score, goal review scores, and overall contribution are evaluated to decide the appraisal percentage. For example, an employee with a score of 5th may receive a 20% appraisal, while an employee with a score of 4th may receive a 15% appraisal. After the discussion, under the salary details section, there is an appraisal button. By clicking on it, the manager can provide the appraisal either based on percentage or by directly entering the revised CTC amount. The manager then selects the effective month, effective year, and salary type. Based on the entered values, the updated CTC is automatically displayed. After verifying all details, the manager clicks on Save to complete the appraisal process. Once the appraisal is successfully completed, an appraisal email notification is automatically sent to the employee. If any correction or rollback is required, the manager also has an option to delete the appraisal. Before deleting, a confirmation pop-up message will be displayed for verification. Once the manager clicks on OK, the appraisal record will be deleted successfully. After deleting the appraisal record, a deletion notification email is automatically sent to the employee.
Moving to the next model is employee offboarding. So we have a workflow for this. First, employee applies for a resignation. He thinks, okay, I have to withdraw it. He can withdraw the resignation again. Once he applies a resignation, manager will have a review. He'll have a proper discussion with him. If everything goes good, it will be approved. If the negotiations are happening, then manager tries to reject it and try to convince the candidate. If it is approved, an auto mail notification has been triggered to all the departments. And on the final day, automatically a scheduler will send a mail to each department to finalize their checklist. And then the HR offboards the candidate. And they can download the respective documents and send it to the employee. Let's have a demo on this.
Employee logs into the portal and opens the self-service application. Click on the Action button and select Resignation Letter. Choose the start date. The end date is auto-calculated for 60 days. Enter comments and click on Preview. Click on Apply Resignation and confirm by clicking OK. A notification email is sent to the employee and reporting manager. Again, go to the Action section and click on the same button to withdraw resignation. The system will ask for the reason for withdrawal. Enter the reason and click on Withdraw Resignation. A withdrawal confirmation email is automatically sent to the employee and the manager. Once again, the employee can apply for resignation using the same process. Now, the manager logs into the portal and opens My Inbox. From My Inbox, the manager can review the resignation request and either approve or reject it. Once the request is approved, a notification email is sent automatically. Once the employee status changes from active to inactive in the system, the offboarding process is initiated. Once the employee is offboarded, the HR team can log in, open employee details, and select work certificate from the Action button to generate, view, download, and share the certificate in PDF format. The certificate can also be downloaded and shared whenever required. Finally, click on the Action button and select Relieving Letter to generate and view the relieving letter in PDF format. The relieving letter can also be downloaded and used as official proof of employment completion and relieving from the organization.
Hello, wake up guys, only 2 more models are left. So next is contractor self-service. So as I told you before, Once they will get a credentials, they'll fill the basic details, bank details and documentations, and then they can also have an option to raise the expenses if they are traveling for the customer location. Also, we have given a provision to create the invoice, because the important for my organization perspective was that few of my contractors were not giving me proper invoicing. Because of that, I used to get a lot of audits. So we have created this, and this will be helpful for all the organization because the pattern and the template remains the same. Let's have a demo on this.
Contractor logs into the portal and opens the self-service application. Here, the contractor can quickly complete personal, emergency, bank, education and upload required documents such as marks cards, Aadhaar, and bank documents. Next, the contractor navigates to the expense application. Here, the contractor can create a new expense request, enter all expense details with supporting information, and submit the application directly to the accountant for approval. Now, the contractor opens the contractor invoice application. Click on Add Invoice. The company details and consultant details are automatically pre-filled by the system. The contractor only needs to enter the bank details. Next, add the invoice item details by clicking on Add Item. The invoice calculations are generated automatically based on the entered items. After entering all the required details, click on Submit. A confirmation message appears and the invoice PDF is generated. Open the invoice to view all the generated invoice details successfully. Once the PDF is generated, the contractor needs to sign it and send the invoice email to the accountant for further processing. Now, go to the navigation page where the contractor can view and edit the generated invoice. If the contractor wants to create another invoice using the same bank details, simply click on Copy Invoice. All previous details are automatically pre-filled, and the contractor only needs to add the new invoice item details and click on Submit to generate the new invoice successfully.
So the next section is notification, greetings and events. So employees who log into the self-service portal, he can get notifications on the birthday wishes for each employee. From there he can send a greetings. Also, we have a separate application to send greetings or any messages by selecting few of the employees. And one of the important thing for all the employees is holiday calendar. We have an application for that to see all the holidays. We also have an event where the company has event, they will publish their event and all the employees can see it. Let's have a demo on this.
Go to the tile page. In the header section of all views, there is a notification button. Here, users can view birthday notifications of employees within the organization. Click on Send Wishes to send birthday wishes instantly, and a birthday greeting email will be automatically sent to the employee. Users can also view multiple birthday notifications from the same notification panel. Next, the admin or HR logs in and opens the Send Greeting application. Select the employee ID or trainee ID at the subject and email body, and also upload attachments if required. After clicking on Send Mail, the greeting email is automatically sent to all selected employees and trainees. HR can send greeting wishes such as Diwali wishes or festival greetings. Next, the admin opens the Manage Event application. Click on Add Event. Enter the event name, start date and time, event content, registration link, and address. The admin can also provide detailed event information and registration instructions for employees. Upload the event image and click on Save. The created events will automatically be displayed. On the home page, under the Events section, users can view both upcoming events and past events. In the Upcoming Events section, there is a Register Now button. Clicking on Register Now opens the registration link, where employees can register for the event directly. Once the registration is completed, a confirmation message email will be sent to the employee. All the roles in the organization can access the holiday application to view the list of holidays. When the application is opened, the current year holiday list is displayed branch-wise. Users can also filter the holiday list based on the selected year and download the holiday list in Excel format whenever required. Next, only the admin has permission to add the holiday list for the upcoming year. To add holidays, the admin first prepares the holiday details in an Excel file format. Then, click on the Import button. By default, the next year will already be selected automatically. The admin uploads the Excel file and clicks on Submit. Once submitted successfully, the next year holiday list is automatically displayed in the table.
And the last model is policy management, and one of the important model for an organization, where admin can upload the new policies, they can edit the existing policies, they can assign these policies to be viewed either department wise or the role wise. Employee can view and download the policies if needed. We have an option to digitally sign the acknowledgement that employee has read this. What are the benefits of this? You have a centralized policy management, improve compliance tracking, paperless acknowledgements, and easy access anytime for the employee if you want to go through certain policies. Let's have a demo on this.
First, the admin or HR logs into the portal and navigates to the policy application. Next, click on Create Policy and enter the policy title, description, department, and role. The admin can also upload the company logo and policy document in PDF format. By default, the policy status will be set to active and the created date will automatically be displayed as the current date. After creating the policy, click on View Details, where there is an option to edit the policy title, change the status, update the department, and modify the role whenever required. The employee can acknowledge the policy by selecting the checkbox stating, "I have read and acknowledged the policy," and clicking on the Acknowledge button.
Now, after this, let's come to the packaging of the solution. So as I told you before, we have two types of infrastructure. One is non-SAP, where we have VPS hosting, we set up SSL, we have database and backup management, deployment and training. In the SAP infrastructure, we need BTP Cloud Foundry, HANA Cloud Database, Authorization Access UA, and BTP destinations. And this development is done on the CAPM side. Over here, the backend development is done on the Node.js side. Let's understand much more detail on the non-SAP side. So what we need is hosting, where we are going to host our web application, and it is developed on OpenUI5. In the backend side, we have used VPS server, and the development is done on Node.js. We can use any database with supported SQL. We also have email integration with the help of email services. And these applications are responsive. User can use any devices to work on these applications. Same goes to the SAP environment. It's UI5 development. Here we have BTP sub-accounts where we activate certain destinations. We develop the CAPM application using Node.js layer and connect to the HANA cloud. Additionally, we want SMTP server, or we can use the email server, which is from the non-SAP side. Coming to the packaging, we have starter package where we give few applications which is needed to the employee. That's a customized package, like the basic offer letter creation, employee self-service, asset management, no dashboards. We have professional package with all these details, recruitment tools, performance, analytics, and whatever we have shown in the demo. We have enterprise package where we can integrate your system with AI. With the help of chatbot, you can just create an offer letter. Or the enterprise package also has a customized solution. If you think you want to customize with some other or integrate with some other tools, that is also possible. And last is SAP package. So there's also one thing which I wanted to say you, that these applications are very friendly with any backend system. So we can integrate solutions, and we can integrate only a single application if you want only that a part of application or different applications. Going further, after 3-4 months, we're also trying to bring some AI for attendance and facial recognition. Thank you. Let's move to the next slide. So this was all about the HRMS. Now I want to tell you this. In this webinar, I purposefully blocked the question answers. The reason for that, I wanted to have a face-to-face discussion with you guys. And if you really like our product, interested to know more about it, you can book a personalized demo for 30 minutes, me or my team. We can guide you. We can show you much more details about it. We can understand your problems, and if we can see if our solution can fulfill your needs. You also want these slides, then you can directly DM me on the LinkedIn, or you can drop me a mail. Thank you everyone for your time. See you next time.